friends. Welcome to the Aligned Actor Podcast. This is episode number 26. I'm Amy Schlurb, the Aligned Actor. I'm a professional actress and life coach, and that is all the intro you're going to get because I've been meaning to revamp my intro for the longest time, and I haven't done it. So how much do I really want to do it, right? So anyway, I'm putting out an episode without an intro or an outro, and the world will just keep on spinning. And if that was the only reason you were coming to this podcast because of my stellar intro and outro, then I wish you well, and I hope you have a great life. And if you weren't just coming for that, and you were coming for whatever is about to fall out of my mouth, then stick around. So I'm glad to have you here. Today, I want to talk to you about a recent epiphany that I had regarding my need to control things, and especially control things in my acting career. And I wanted to just get this out there as soon as possible because I'm guessing or feeling that many of you, actors and non-actors alike, might relate to this need to control things. So here's what's going on. I was in a session with my coach, and I was talking about control issues that I have that stem from childhood. And she said this beautiful thing. And she said, it's interesting because some part of you must have known that you needed to work on all of this control stuff because you picked a career in which you have very little control. Acting, right? And my brain went, excuse me, what? Like it skipped the track like a record scratch, and I was like, what? And then everything became very clear, and I all of a sudden saw all of the ways that I think I'm controlling my career. I think I have control over my career. I believe that I have control over my career, and therefore I feel safer in my career. Because control for me is all about safety. I think that's probably true of all of us. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's probably the main reason we seek to control things is for safety. And I do this, the way that I maintain this illusion and sense of control is by making all of my results, my outcomes in my acting career, mean something about me. All my results, booking, not booking, all of that stuff is in my direct control. So if I'm not getting auditions, if I'm not getting callbacks, I'm not booking, all my fault. Maybe I don't have good enough headshots because I didn't really bring it in my photo shoot. I didn't do a good enough job there. I haven't really been going to workshops or sending postcards, so that's my fault, and that I'm not getting auditions, right? Well, maybe I didn't say the lines perfectly enough, with the right inflection, the right tone, the right look, the right, angle of my eyes. Maybe my lighting was slightly off. So that's why I'm not booking, because I messed up in some way. There's something wrong with me or my talent or my marketing or whatever. I make every result in my career a reflection of me and the horrible job that I've done so far in my career. Because when I do that, I get to believe that I am in complete control of my career. And exactly where I am in my career right now at this time is because of all the things that I'm doing that I have complete control of. And that, my friends, is the complete and total BS lie that I have sold myself and continue to buy for myself over and 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 over again. And in a lot of ways, probably all the ways, that lie makes me feel very safe because I get to cling to this illusion of control. But it's just an illusion. What's true, and far scarier for someone like me, is the idea that I actually have very, 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 very little control over the results of my career. Booking or not booking, right? All this time, I've been thinking that I'm kind of like, the pilot of the acting career airplane. I'm responsible for takeoff and landing. I'm responsible for flying around any turbulence. I'm responsible for turning on and off the fasten seatbelt sign. I'm responsible for the autopilot, using it, not using it, flying around birds. I don't know, all of that kind of stuff. I don't really know what pilots do. Did you get that? When really, in terms of like the scale and the number of things that I actually have control of in my career, in terms of like my results and versus what is outside of my control, it's more like I'm back in coach and all I can do is fasten my seatbelt. I got on the plane, so I decided to become an actor. Okay, that was something I got to do. That was something I could control. I put on my seatbelt, so I'm doing my work, right? That's it. I'm not responsible for turbulence. We're not responsible for turbulence. All we're responsible for is getting on the plane, stowing our baggage. That would be a separate podcast episode, right? Putting on our seatbelt. Do your job. The work and anything career-oriented that feels fun and inspiring. Ride the plane. That's it. You're not responsible for turbulence. You're not responsible for detours. You're not responsible for airspeed. None of it. That's, I think, about the right size correlation, I think, because it's not a perfect metaphor. But I think in terms of the sheer amount of stuff within our industry that we think we're in control of versus what we actually are in control of, I think the scale is right. The passenger versus pilot thing, right? We all think we're flying the plane. We think we're responsible for all the things that go with that, for all the results that we get, we're responsible. We alone are responsible for exactly where we are in our career. And I don't think that's true. We're not. So much of this career is outside of our control. And I think the really scary part for all of us is that we're not comfortable admitting that. But when we realize this, when we admit it, when we take some time with it, really think about it, really check in with our bodies, with our minds about what this does for us, what this means for us, I think it sets us free. Because we can stop putting so much pressure on ourselves to make it happen. It's not, I'm experiencing this turbulence because I did a really crappy job fastening my seatbelt. And if I can just get it tighter or looser or lower on my hips, then the air around this airplane will settle down. No, your seatbelt is on. You're a pro at that. You inserted the metal plate into the buckle. You showed up. You did your job. You're sitting in your seat. Good job. And in the same way, it's not my acting career is very unstable because my slate is it's not quite right. Or, I keep missing the mark slightly in my self-tapes or whatever. No, you're talented. Own your talent. Trust your talent. Your slate is great. Your slate, honestly, doesn't really matter all that much, in my opinion. If they want to work with you, they're going to find you. They're going to work with you. Don't worry about your slate. Your work is wonderful. You're doing your job as an actor, and that is enough. Now, all that said, do I still freak out and feel scared during turbulence? And I mean actually on a plane? Yes, I do. Does it sometimes feel like the plane's going to fall out of the sky? Yes. And am I ever worried that the turbulence is my fault? Oh, wait, no. No, I'm never worried that I am responsible for the turbulence and that somehow I made the air all choppy. Nope. Never even crosses my mind. So to translate our metaphor over to our beautiful acting careers, do I feel upset when I don't book? Yeah, I do. It hurts. I don't like it. I don't like that feeling at all. And do I sometimes feel really shaky in my career? Of course. Yeah. And are my results, is booking or not booking, all my fault? I'll be honest, I'm still working on this one, but no. I know on a conscious level, I'm still trying to learn it subconsciously, but I know on a conscious, logical level, no. My results are not solely my fault. My not booking is really, it's not about me. It's not about my talent. It's no reflection on my talent. It is okay, though, for me to feel my feelings when I need to. I think that's important for us to do as actors. It's okay for us to feel our feelings. It's okay for us to feel that disappointment when we don't book. To acknowledge that the career turbulence feels scary if it does. And when it does. But also, I think it's really important that we start cultivating enough trust in ourselves and our work that we know unequivocally that so much of our results, 99.999% of our results, are not in our control. And our results mean nothing about us or our talent. Booking, not booking, the results mean nothing about you as an actor. They mean nothing about your talent as an actor. I just repeated myself because that's really important, right? It means nothing about us. So let's give up the illusion of control. Let's trust our work and let that be enough because it really is. And finally, I feel like this idea of lack of control in our careers, it's something that we all know, quote unquote, right? We say it, we get it. Most of us, I feel like many of us feel like we're like, oh, yeah. No, I get it. Like, yeah. I get that. I have little control. I don't have control over my career. I totally get it. Whatever. You got to kind of roll with it. You get used to it, whatever. I definitely do this, guys. But I think that thought is very surface level. Like it's known. We have to kind of we just kind of say it and we say that we get it. But I really think that deep down on a subconscious level, more of us really believe that about ourselves. Like we don't believe that we can't control our careers. We think it's all about us. We think we're not doing something right. So I invite you to ask the question of yourself. What if I'm actually doing everything right? What if I am? What if I am enough? What if you're enough? What if you're doing everything right in your career? How would that change how you show up in your career? And just ask it gently, because I know for me, it can bring up a lot of not great thoughts. Thoughts like, this is unfair. How can I be doing everything right, but not getting what I want? And so clearly there are some upset feelings mixed in with those thoughts there, right? To be sure. But I think there's also a relief and a freedom that comes from saying, you know what? I am enough. I trust my work. My time will come. And I don't have to keep beating myself up over my results. It's just, there's stuff that's outside of my control. They're out of my control. I can't really do anything about this. And that sucks. And I don't really like it, but it's the way that it is. And there's no reason for me to beat myself up about it at all. So that is what I have for you today. I invite you to go to thealignedactor.com, where you can find out more about me as a life coach. And I think there's a little bit about me as an actor on there too. And if you scroll down a little bit on that front page, home page, index page, I don't know what you call these things on websites anywhere, but that front page thing, thealignedactor.com, scroll down a little bit, you can join my mailing list. And when you join my mailing list, you get access to my library of guided visualizations, which I plan to add to very soon. I have 3 up there right now. You also get invitations to free group coaching events that I hold monthly. Right now, I have one for actors specifically, and then one that's open to kind of the general masses. I also send out occasional inspiration, and that comes into your inbox. And max, I send 3 emails a month because that's all my free email marketing program will allow. And I also don't really want to over-invite myself into your inbox because I hate it when people do that to me. So I'm not going to do it to you. I also have a Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/thealignedactor-community. You can go in there, mention that you heard about it on the podcast so that I will definitely let you in because it's a private group. You can find me on Instagram @AmySchlurb, and that's a fun place to come and connect with me. So basically, I'm telling you, come connect with me. I would love to connect with you, know what's going on in your world, and get to know you better. All right. Enjoy your day. Bye.